about the third time I've started over. Greetings, this is Nina slash Willow Moon slash Grandma Gamer. Whatever. Anyway, I want to talk about, being authentically yourself. Now, in a and my disclaimer is this is just my 2 cents and take it with a grain of salt. It's my opinion. And I'm not going to argue my opinion. If you want to try to change my opinion, you're welcome to try. But it better be a really convincing argument. I'm supposed to. So, masking is what I've done. I guess that's what I've done my whole life. Bunny, don't do it. Okay, good. I don't want you to fall down. Is there anything good over here other than monsters? Not really. You gonna chase me? So being yourself. Being myself. So I masked my whole life without even knowing that's what I was doing. To fit in. To fit in, you mask. You masking is being something you're not. And you're doing it so that you can be accepted by others and you can fit in. Did I break that? So when I've said in the past, why is this not breaking? It's annoying. Oh, probably because I don't have break on there. I'm such a dork. Nope, didn't mean to hit that. Okay. So, have I been here? I feel like I've been here. No, I guess not. Alright, I gotta stop for a minute so that I can actually come up with a sentence that makes sense. What is this? Is there a graveyard near this? Yeah, I don't know. Alright, we're gonna go to the top of this mountain. And I think I've been there. It looks familiar. I think my nose itches because I am nervous. So ignore me. Maybe it'll stop once I stop being nervous. I don't know. But it bugs me. Okay, so I have autism. And apparently, I've had it all along, my whole life. Of course, I didn't know that. And so, as a child, you copy other children so you can fit in. It isn't who you really feel like you are inside, but you do it because the alternative is uncomfortable and scary and terrifying. Now, I led a really crazy childhood. So mine was way different than probably a lot of children who had autism. My mother probably also had autism, and she could not sit still. She was probably also a pardon me, ADHD, which I am also ADHD. And so she probably um, just couldn't keep still. And quit! I have cats fighting in the other room. So we moved a lot when I was growing up. I think I went to like 13 different schools. We would leave on a moment's notice for whatever reason. I started to think that my friends were going to see me on, or think they were going to see me on a milk carton because I disappeared so quickly. I went to 3 different schools in 3 different states in 8th grade. And so I lived a little different kind of life. I think that a lot of people with autism don't like change. At least that's what I'm told. They like things to stay the same, and it's what makes them comfortable. I do have my routines, but I forgot to put all this stuff away when I was home. I do have my routines, but I actually I feel weird when things stay the exact same all the time. I have to rearrange my furniture every now and again because of my childhood, I think. I'm looking for the optimum, layout. All right. Wow, there's nothing in there. There is some people. So that's, I think, how I differ from a lot of people with autism. I need to change things up because that's just, come on, don't you guys have a town square that I can steal your waste on? Or at least see if I've been here? I guess I can just go into a building. Cheap ass. Don't have a waste on. What are you? Oh, you're so cute. You're a mauler. That name does not sound cute. Nope, haven't been here. I do like these. I got some of that already. I don't know what a mauler does, but I know there's stuff you can do with it. Anyway, so being your true self. So as a person with autism, being your true self, you have to go get over the hurdle of spending years trying to be somebody else or trying to blend in with everybody else. And again, sometimes you don't even know that you're doing it. So when I found out that I was autistic, it was very eye-opening, and it was very eye-opening. And I realized, what am I masking for? And sometimes I just can't help it. It's automatic, or, I can't not do it. For example, when I'm with a group of people, which is not my favorite place to be, I'm good socially if it's more of a one-on-one thing, but being in a big group setting, I can do it. It's freaking exhausting, but I can do it. And I do, when I need to. But, I'll have to sleep the whole next day. I have game night every, Tuesday, and we play D&D as a group, and I am exhausted the whole next day. So I don't do much, Today is that next day, and here I am, Here I am playing Minecraft and talking to y'all. So I am trying to figure out, after 50 some odd years. Oh, there's another grave area. Another grave. After 50 some odd years, I'm trying to figure out who I am. You would think by now I would know who I am, but because of all the masking, I don't. And so that's my struggle right now, is trying to figure out who the blessed heck am I. Okay, so I feel like we have a spawner right here. Cookie there. We have a spawner, which means we have good treasure. Pretty good. Okay, so is there another one? A lot of times there's a second one. A little monster. I hate those silverfish. Yeah, I don't see another one over here. So, who am I? Who are you? I watched a video today of Anthony Padilla, who is adorable, and I really enjoy him. I've watched a lot of his videos, and the ones that I watched today, I'm trying to think of what the first one was. Well, one was, his interview with Chris Tyson. I love Chris Tyson. Before, after, I will always love him. I think that I am sorry, she is very brave. It's hard to get the pronouns, and that, again, my age was not used to having to worry about pronouns, and that is a discussion for another ramble. But very proud of Chris for what she is having to deal with, all the haters that don't have anything better to do with their lives than to hate on other people. Get a life. I mean, can you not worry about your own, issues, and not have to make other people unhappy because you're not happy, I think you need to kind of get over that and do something else with your life. I mean, make some positive changes. I know some people are just negative. I was married to one. And, you know, nothing you could do is right by them. And I'm sorry, but people have different ways of doing things. And people have different ways of identifying. And people have different ways of loving other people. Why is that your business? Why is identifying myself as he, she, they, whatever matter to you? That's none of your business. I mean, if now, on the other hand, when you have such a fit because you are misidentified, I think that a lot of times, and like I said, this is only my opinion, you just correct. I think if you just correct it in a nice way, you should be fine. If someone calls me, sir, I would say, well, not quite, but hey, if that's what makes you happy, do whatever you want, because your opinion doesn't matter to me. The people who matter to me, those are the ones whose opinions I care about. If some random stranger calls me, a man because they're trying to get a rise out of me, well, that's their problem. I don't care about their opinion. I don't know them. If my son starts calling me a, dad, I would laugh at him because, I know he's joking. And if my best friends are calling me I'm gonna know that they're just playing around with me. If some stranger on the street thinks I'm a man, then I would just probably, if I thought they were serious, I would probably just correct them and say, no, I am a Ms. And they would either say, yeah, whatever, or, oops, my mistake, and all would be fine. It's a lavender field, and one of these, let's break that. So, I'm not going to worry about how other people identify me. I'm not going to have a fit because they identify me incorrectly. And sometimes it's hard to know what is correct anymore. So if you're going to have, pitch some fit, I want to distract? Yes, I do want to distract. Oops, I forgot that I need to get rid of this. Okay, so if I want to, someone to properly identify me, I'm going to get a shirt and say, I'm a she. Okay? If it's that important to me, am I going to pitch a fit and get angry because somebody identifies me? Nah, because I don't really care about them. Why should I? They don't, don't mean anything to me. Wow. Where are they all coming from? I'm just trying to get this chest. Well, you can do that. Anyway, well, I think that's enough. Okay, so I think that, like I said, you should be whatever feels right to you. And if that is identifying as a they them, then you should be that. And don't worry about what anybody else thinks. You know, the only people that you worry about their thought process or their, what they think is your people who are you're the closest to. And I know that in some cases, you know, you would be worried about, your family, or maybe you're from a very religious family. Um, and you're afraid that they won't accept you. And that is always a possibility. But if they really love you, I think that they will eventually come around because they want you in their lives. At least in my perspective, I know that I can't speak for everybody, and I know people don't come out because they're afraid of what their family or their friends or whoever will, how they'll react. But you have to weigh their reaction to your own happiness, because in the end it is your own, your own sanity. If you are trying to be somebody you're not, it's exhausting, it's stressful, and that seeps out your pores. And so everybody around you is feeling this negativity. And so you need to decide what's more important to you, is what other people think of you or what you think of yourself. And really, you just have to decide, and sometimes it's just not a good time to come out for you. You have to figure out what's best for you. Just know that no matter how you identify and no matter, who you think you are or who you feel you are or who you are, I support you. I know that may not mean a bit of anything, but at least there's one person that wants you to be whoever you want to be. Well, hopefully two people, because you should be involved in that too. So, you can always leave a comment or a message. And, if you need me to, encourage you or, back you up, so to speak. I mean, I'm not going to come over to your house and hold your hand while you, talk to your whoever you're concerned about. But I do my best to do whatever I can to support you. That's just how I roll. I mean, I am limited to what I can do. But at least you know you have one supporter. So, I am here for you. I think that you should be whatever makes you happy, as long as it is not hurting somebody else. Because I do not condone if you are, identify as a murderer. And I do not condone that. If you identify that way, as long as you are, acting upon that, if you're not harming anybody, I don't even want you to harm yourself. I for sure don't want you to harm yourself, but I also do not want, I'm hoping that I don't get anybody who identifies as that. You need to do no harm. Okay? Yeah, I know you're a bad guy. How about I send somebody to occupy you? Knock them out, Vexes. Knock them out. I don't know if I got that one. Oh yeah, there's another one over here. Anyway, so yeah, so be yourself. If you can't be yourself, be a dragon. Because, I mean, who doesn't want to be a dragon? But I am trying to be more authentically myself, and I think you should too. As long as you're not getting hurt or hurting anybody else, then you should be whatever you want to be. I think everybody should just identify as human. Because I think the only way the humans are going to all come together is if we have to fight against like an alien invasion or something. So I'm hoping that we can all just start getting along. We all have our differences. Everybody's different in some way or another. But we need to embrace those differences instead of, turning them against each other. So anyway, that's my opinion. That's my ramble. I'm going to go home and unpack my baggage. And everybody's got a ton of that too. So I want y'all to enjoy your life and be happy. If making other people unhappy is what makes you happy, I just don't even know. I can't even figure that one out. But if making other people unhappy is your thing, like all these Karens that think they're above everything, please reconsider your life choices, because nobody likes a Karen, and you're never gonna be happy. So you need to stop. That's just my opinion, and I am entitled to it. You know, I think I'm going to start calling the pillagers just a bunch of Karens. Because I think that's what they are. They just don't want you to be happy. Take some experience. We'll grab this. What's in here? I mean, these aren't really giving me a lot of stuff. So, okay. Anyway, I am gonna call it a day. Who is... Are you guys bad guys? No? There you go. You're free to go. Alright. I'm gonna slash home. Are you guys beating up on these free guys? Alright, we're gonna take you home, buddy. Because you're just out in the middle of nowhere. I'm gonna slash home. Okay, well, I would like to just say that my cat keeps snorting. Anyway, I'm gonna say goodbye, and I hope you guys all have a good day and a good life, and I hope to see you in the next ramble.